Short rest, and we're ready to go. Why does it say that there's one more red?
These things have stayed interesting. You are safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen.
There are like two of these guys. I'm just gonna try and slip past him.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother.
Something over there.
Teresa's caress also has roots.
We are not staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant.
How do I get inside?
Break his nose.
Try the catch of the day.
Just think. It has plenty of spare beds.
Great. We can bunk with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. Better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. And I will gladly do so.
Sir. Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you. How dare you? Of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf.
I'm sorry.
It is you, most definitely not anyone else. Salutations and...
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
I bought everything, so hopefully it should. Hang on. The way these indoor sections work is annoying. F5. Well, a Larian would be really helpful right now. That looks a bit like Siri.
One more mark, then we can go.
Damn, despite disadvantage.
The master said we have enough. The black mass is...
It's not for the master. It's for me. After 200 years...
There is no time. We are...
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in.
Oh.
We have time to find one more person. What did you say?
Of course not. We were merely discussing a celebration to be held in...
You should come. It'll be the talk of Baldur's Gate. Oh, thank goodness we're such...
This is not the time.
Yes, dear sister, I know. I look forward to seeing you at the palace, though.
Scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to start.
shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
Oh, so this is the other side of the wardrobe. Okay,
Lying in the bed.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
nice.
Notice the blood source. A body hidden under the bed.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
Gel here, you're in the way, please.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Damn. Wait, hang on.
Lovely day this.
Gale?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Theon Goldgrind. Murdered.
Charming. She mustn't have nursed him enough as a child. Or too much.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Seeking.
The spell's power.
Let me try again. I think who are you is a very useless question.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Landlord. Contraband storage. Seeking. Answers. My boy had a secret. Killed folk. Slowly. He liked it. Me.
The corpse remains silent. The spell's power wanes.
Where is Valeria?
Worm's Crossing. This place has been a haven. The Harpers were less than welcome in the city proper. Welcome to the Caress.
Oh.
An oasis of pleasure. A weary, a mien cool as ice. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Am I? You're right. It's Faerûn you seek, our stern librarian. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Murdered! Ye gods, I miss that face. Hell, oh. Losing Faerûn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replace it. Sweeting. This is Baldur's Gate. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business. Or more. Nisha, our lovely nymph. The client's a favorite. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment. A temporary. Everyone who's paid a visit looks quite changed by. Indeed, he's exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the
Okay, so he's there. I have to get to him, but
Mind my step.
Another case closed, another bottle. Hang on a sec. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. Why must you busybody... I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? A Baal plot. Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy cods. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? Constable Devella is going to be a real... Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her? Oh, and you'll need this pass. Well?
Don't do that. You don't have to think about the thing.
so Raphael is also here.
It's just impressive to need something like this.
Let's go to Calm's Gums.
Did you get to
She
the
has
village I
the
went
most
into? Oh, the duck.
beside the door, so the Harpers are
Set your worries at ease. Honey is a luxury. We don't need
Okay. Starting would be helpful here.
You were really nice to me before, and could...
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything.
Aw.
That's not enough. We have a gallery of villains. I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced or because this group is full of weirdos. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? Well, in theory, it's simple. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. I don't relish it. But of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him. And if I can seize that almighty... Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer... Well, in that case, I'm all yours.
That is cool. Now, Raphael is in here, but where? What? There is a floor above, but how do I get there?
15 loaves it is.
What does it feel like?
Armor.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
Other person. We'll try this.
Dinner with my parents, remember?
Why does the game annoy me like this? Please just let me through for the Lord's sake. Ugh.
Let's go to contacts. She has the most fabulous setting. It's perfect for me. To meet my mother.
Welcome, sir.
What I wouldn't give to meet the Gonji who invented the steel watch.
I sense some hesitation. Speak. Good sir.
It's just unpleasant to need something like this.
How do I get up top?
Just stick to the list.
The Absolute Army.
Got inside. Yeah. Inside.
Brothel, pleasure house, den.
Found him.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door. One more thing before we begin.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did. The Illithid can't hear us. I'd ask you to be patient, but I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to... At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need. Not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free. I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor. Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show. Without, to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an elder brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the elder brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. So, surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your parasite. I'm not asking you to bug. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Better to have it in my hands and far from your precious world than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. I have craved it ever since the Archwizard. That was the great age of humanity. And I was there the day it all fell apart. The screams. Oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground... And Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, men cannot contain so much power. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the nine under one. Archdevil Supreme. Me. The Archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid architect. So much power and potential. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. And these chosen, who have caused you, they brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the hells. Deep in the hell. They must have raided but they'll be. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low, or it would tear you apart. I won't stop you, but time is running out. So, if you see reason, I'll be here, waiting, right up to the moment the world ends.
Fascinating. I mean, yes. What do you mean? The crown of Karsus. I thought we already knew that.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Of course. The stench of impend. And what did he want with you? How interesting. And what did he want in return for this knowledge? Giving a devil what he... Tell me, you turned him down. Good. The devil is like a cockroach. I doubt this will be... I trust that you, without my protection, you cannot defeat the...
You made a good decision, Refute. We'll speak more on this later, but suffice it to say for now, that crown is vital to our purpose here.
Okay.
I'm listening. This hammer. This is the key. And we will make it. That smug shkacketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted house of hope. We must find a... When we next enter the astral prism, mighty Vlaakith, undying regent, hear my...
The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel.
We cannot slay the traitor prince unless we leave the means to do so. Why? Don't be a fool. A broker is as bound by his contract as his buy. Lucky for us, we've another option. The devil keeps the Orphic hammer. I'll use it to smash the Chua's bonds.
Okay. Leave camp.
Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state.
Almost painfully so. My body burned like a
Wearing armor to meet my mother and
Yes,
father.
but they were Gore-Tex coats, which makes him the inventor. How?
Damn. This place is getting bigger and bigger.
Leather armor is sublime.
Darling, it's very leather-like.
Give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
Wow, no shopping for a suit.
Imagine seeing
Dinner with my parents, remember?
That seems like a lot. Darnish.
Let's go to Karlsgard's. She has the most fabulous scent. It's perfect for a shirt.
Did you get to look at their gyrometics?
You told me the armor was involved.
Let the man breathe. That watcher sent him flying. Did you see how far that watcher threw me?
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Tried to climb up one, you madman!
Greetings, citizen.
How do I get to the other side, by the way?
You aren't past.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Yeah, for how low I...
Ah, yes, the Orphans Fund. You can pay me directly. I'll make sure to pass your gold to the...
Gaining access will not be easy. We must either earn an invitation or find a route where we can pass unnoticed.
No entry today. Special occasion. Special occasion. Worms Rock is closed. Ordination is what? Lord Gortash is becoming Archduke. All the peers came to pay regards. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Nice. Literally, like, I love that you can talk your way out of every situation. And also, I love how all of this... I know I'm saying this again and again, but I love how the side quests tie into the main story so wonderfully well. It's definitely not my favorite game ever. I will admit, but what I will say is that yeah, this is a really good game, and I can see why it won Game of the Year.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are... I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not in... Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Are they going to arrest us?
Let's
What if they
rehearse
throw
this
us in
one
jail?
more time. Pretend I'm a fist.
Oh, I can't really glaze that paints the eye.
Okay.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house.
Lord Gortash is expecting.
Oh well, this is where I would have been, I think, if I hadn't been, if I had allowed myself to get arrested.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Calm down, dear.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
I'm telling you. Hell's not this again.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Huh. Zora.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
If it isn't little Will's chum. Heard about his father. The dead threes. He's upstairs in Worms Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Elturel would still be stuck in the hells if it weren't for him.
Let me bring Will to the party. Jalhira, you can stay behind. It's Karlach.
Men, women, children, all. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate, who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the... Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And to make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the flaming chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next. The second time, even with the aid of a cane, a stroke victim.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look... But that second time, her gaze never left me. It could just be my imagination. What, though? I couldn't say. I couldn't say. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. To exert control, you must first... These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's a... Let's make this...
This is cool. Let me finish this level up and I'll get back. Okay, well, now I have...
Go on up. Pay God.
Hang on. There was one thing I... Fiery friend... This is Gortash. I have to meet Damon as well. So this is deeper in the city. I think this is also deeper in the city. Gortash's ordination ceremony, and yep. This is fine. This is deeper in the city. This is deeper in the city, I think. This one, though, we've arrived in Worm's Crossing. Will be present in the vicinity awaiting her return. We must find one such lookout. I feel like I have missed that. It started here. So in the vicinity.
I wonder what the next move is. I must keep going.
This is a somewhat important quest. I want to find it. I have to progress it. Wait, is it this one?
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him.
Can't talk. I'm sorry.
Can't talk to any of these.
Can see the city up on the hill.
Young lady. Aldarians!
Please just go.
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow... Oh. Another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Excuse me? I was born inside the city, wherever you're from.
Okay, he called me.
Refugees can't stay.
I just lost a wager.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I suppose that's the subtle approach dispensed with?
Oh, don't be so harsh. It's plain to see that you've turned heretic, even if your friend had kept his mouth shut.
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have...
I'm afraid the quarrel is... Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out... Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear.
I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds, and don't give a...
Okay. Updated. So all of this is for later. So now I have to...
Let's rehearse this one.
Are they going to arrest us?
Pretend I'm a fist.
To the audience chamber.
Doing in the house.
Calm down.
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even born as much as dust.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to...
Well, most people are idiots, Will. You can lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of sweets.
The people aren't stupid, Astarion. They're scared. Gortash provoked a damned war.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch of...
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, what a moment. The blade of frontiers graces our halls. He's wearing his devilish...
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you're carrying. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slave. Not the most thrilling of prospects, but together we...
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
Yes. Yeah, that won't end well. I just wanted to see what would happen if I did decide to attack, but... Probably going head to head with Gortash right now is not the best idea. I'm gonna try and see what he has to say.
A clear warning. If nobody... Next, not the most...
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless then, when it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. And once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. Together, we rule Faerûn as kings. No.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command. What do you say?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
I like how all signs are pointing. Like, I love how the game gives you very subtle hints. For example, with Raphael, the narrator said that, hey, if you are gonna use him to get Orpheus's hammer, then you will have to give him the crown. But over here, they're saying, hey, you can stab him in the back later. Shit.
You look carefully, but discover nothing.
Can I break my oath?
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric. They knew this would only work if we stood. Their ambition. In short, you can trust me. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too...
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Faceless in my camp. Are you talking about the skeleton?
First Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete... Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return.
What did I tell you?
I've had enough.
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead. Or it...
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mazora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mazora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.